Ah, look at that beautiful weather. Barely a cloud in the sky. Right, let's get down and make the most of it. Oh, why does it always happen? Hello everybody, welcome back to the Survivor Challenge. So I'm in the field already, picking up the straw, want to get it done. It shouldn't take too long to do this. As we established in the previous video, this is not as big of a job as I initially thought it was going to be. I don't think the straw yielded as well as the canola straw, but that's fine, because it's not worth much anyway. But thank you so much to everybody who posted a comment about the combine harvesters which we should get. I haven't decided on anything because there's no rush. We're quite a long way from the next harvest. We do have a canola field, but I can harvest that with that combine. It's not an issue, it's not very big. So yeah, I'm just going to really compile a list of all the favourites which I have read in the comment section for the previous video. But certainly one which really does stand out is the New Holland CR 5080, I think it is. Yeah, it's a modern combine. It's big. It's pretty big. The interesting thing about it is the combine itself isn't that expensive. It's like £30,000, but the header is considerably more than just the combine harvester. It costs more than the combine itself. So that is going to be the issue, but we don't have to stick with that particular header that comes with it. We can buy a different one, maybe a smaller, cheaper one. But yeah, that is definitely a strong contender. But it does mean we have quite a bit of money to produce first. Now today, I think, well, we could do it even now because we have the money. The windmill. I really want to get the windmill. We have the water mill, but there is a windmill that you can get as well, which I think is about £1,000 more, and I'm pretty sure it produces another £250 per hour. Since we're full, I'll have a quick look. But all these placeables which I'm using, these came with the map. I haven't added these in. Okay, so it's probably miscellaneous. There it is. Income per area, 250. It's pretty big. So fitting it in is the biggest problem, but you see it would fit even there. I'm sure we can find space for it even there. My only concern with it is it looking out of place. Now of course we could also get another water mill, and since that is cheaper I guess that is the more obvious thing to go for, the more logical thing. But it is a bit repetitive getting the same thing twice, but yeah, the option is there. We could do it. Okay, so that needs work. But first, let's sort out all the straw. We're going to get the whole field cleared. The biggest part of the job is driving to and from the sell point. So yeah, let's get this done. Also, I do need to get some fuel at some point. I'm not desperate for it, but at some point we will refuel. Yeah, so it's still quite a big job, but I'm getting there very slowly. So I think the best thing for me to do is, now I've done a time lapse, I'm going to do the rest of it pretty much off screen. And then, because that canola crop over there has just ripened, it means that we can harvest it and we can join all three fields together. So that's this field, that field over there, and the field with the canola in. Meaning we're just going to have one huge field. In total we'll have 3 fields. The initial starting field, the very small one, and this whole area here. Okay, yeah, we're 90%, so I'm about to head off again. I did cut out, as you've already seen, the driving between here and the shop, I thought it was just unnecessary really. But I've got to sit through it. I've got to keep going over there. There we go. Right, well, it's £810 a time, so it's not too bad. But it's nothing like the price for canola, the canola straw, which we are going to get from this field here. So that's good. Anyway, in just a second, that field over there, the straw field, should be almost finished. So get ready for a jump cut. Finally, the last piece here. So this is going to be about 60% full, thereabouts. So that's alright. Thing is, I'm going to have to empty it because I can't mix the canola straw with the oat straw. So it is another trip to the sell point. Not too sure how many times I've been there today. Many times. But yeah, if we hadn't done all this, although it wouldn't have been anywhere near as much work, we would probably have about £6,000 less. I haven't done the calculation, £6,000 or £7,000, something like that. And yeah, I mustn't forget to do the greenhouse. Can't allow it to stop. So when this has been tipped, we might buy the windmill. We will see. The hourly money is about to come in. So it should be £500 if everything's gone to plan there. Should be on 33499. Okay. I must have calculated something very badly there. I have no idea. Very strange. Okay. The last load. This money is going to be going straight out on diesel. Let's see if it costs less than £403. That'd be good if it does. But we have done 6.3 hours on this tank, and it's not even empty. We still have 25.6 litres left. Wow, so it's an all-out work for £74. That is impressive. Very impressive. Right, let's head back. We'll take a look at the windmill, and whether or not we place it, we're going to be doing the canola harvest next. And yes, we will be picking up the straw since it is worth about twice as much at least twice as much. Canola straw is certainly worth it. We can also do corn stalks and soybean, I think. Soybean straw. So I wouldn't be surprised if very soon I drill or plant all my fields as corn, because then we can harvest the corn with a combine harvester, possibly the New Holland, and then we'll have the corn stalks to bale or pick up. Doesn't really matter which way we do it, but even baling is a consideration because it's worth so much more. Okay, so I've just checked and they are 25%, so it really should be done. And I did actually get a mod recommendation from one of my viewers last week, which basically is like a simplified version of the F1 menu. You don't have to open this F1 menu, it just keeps a bit of information at the top left, which is a good idea. So yeah, we need water. That valve opened up, and we need manure, both of which we have plenty of. I think since the combine harvester is out, we'll put the loading wagon in there. We're going to get it out again though, probably even today, since we are going to be making the most of the current good prices, although I don't think they're going to go down too much. But I think one in particular was showing a very high price, so 147, that's pretty good. They're all pretty good. Okay, first things first, water. everything is sorted for another day. So yeah, we're going to need that, as I said, but first we do need the trailer just over here. The combine, as you've already seen, is in the field, so we'll just bring that across. And since it is canola, the combine isn't going to fill it very quickly anyway. The trailer will be at the side, so it's just going to be a case of getting it done nice and easy. It will certainly all fit in this trailer. But I'm hoping that we do have a good price currently on canola. It would be good if we do. Let's just take a look here. No, so it's 617. Nothing in storage. And also, which crop should we do next? If I was to get a corn header, we could do sunflowers, which are worth quite a bit. And as I said, we could do corn. Although corn doesn't seem very impressive, but again, it might yield really high. So it might be like sugar beet, where you actually get loads and loads of it, even though it's not worth much per ton or per 1,000 litres. And also, as corn straw, or corn stalks, are worth quite a bit of money. Again, that is another consideration. Anyway, let's take that cover off. Jump back into that combine. There we go. Can't really talk too much when combining, it is quite loud. One of the recommended combine harvesters was actually a very small John Deere. And although it was great because it was only nine or 10,000 pounds, I don't think it's really big enough. The capacity might be bigger than this one, but the working width I think was 3 meters. The working width. So, I mean, what's this? This was pretty close. $5 meters. I didn't realise. I can't believe that's 5 meters. So it's actually a smaller one. Yeah, I'm really going to be looking quite seriously at the New Holland. Just realised I haven't done the windmill. Yeah, I can't decide. Really, a watermill is the most obvious one to go for. I suppose if it fits up here, it would be quite a nice feature to have. It looks impressive. I've placed it. I did £18,000. I know that the watermill was a more logical thing to get, but you've got to admit that actually does look quite good. It definitely adds interest to this area before it's just an open field. And it's generating money without us having to do anything at all. So that's quite impressive. But no more. No more of these. If anything, we will get another watermill, but I don't think we'll need to. Because the money all is going to go into the combine harvester and the future land. But that is going to help by £250 per hour without doing anything at all. That's pretty good. Although there is a maintenance fee, what is it, £22 per day, which is nothing. Right, back to the canola harvest, just to make sure that is actually swathing. Okay, we're swathing. So we'll get this all done. It's only about a 10-minute job, I would say. Not much of a job. Get the canola sold immediately, get the straw sold immediately, and then we'll see where we stand with things. Hopefully we will have a bit more money. We were in a good place. We actually could afford the New Holland combine without the header. But yeah, there's no use in having a combine without a header. I'm not sure why the headers are so expensive, but they are. this is the final piece of crop on the entire farm. So when this is done, we have nothing left. Which does mean we're just going to have a huge drilling session. We're going to get everything done. It's going to be big. It's going to be, in a way, quite painful actually, because that is a serious amount of land for the size of tractor and drill that we have. Right, so before we empty that, actually, one thing to do, I don't want to forget these sheep, because they're here in the background, but they are producing wool, which is going to be worth quite a bit of money. In fact, what is wool worth on a series like this, where the difficulty is on hard? 541. Right, okay, so maybe I should have gone for chickens. That's not very good. Because one of these is £541. And a full crate of chicken eggs is 1,151. Okay, well, we'll think about that in the future. That seems to be all quite full. All seems good. Yep, brilliant. Just the cleanliness, which I'm going to sort out. So there we go. It's a massive amount of straw. That's the other thing about canola. We do seem to get much more straw out of it, and it's worth more. Just put this into here. Now, before we head off to the sell point, I'm going to get the cultivator out, and I'm going to cultivate up this track. Not too sure how much we actually have in there. It looks pretty good. 4,520, which is going to equate to roughly, yeah, not too much actually. Okay, well it's not too bad. Looking at that, we are going to make 3,000 and something pounds. I think the straw is going to generate the most money. That is quite something. So, next thing is the cultivator. We are going to direct drill the rest of it, but I just need to prepare the land. Where is the cultivator? It's in there. Just move the Ferguson out of the way. We're actually going to be using this tractor to move the wall pallets. It's not a big cultivator, but because we're using the direct drill, it doesn't need to be. If we were doing planting though, that would be a different story. We are going to be struggling actually, since it has to be cultivated first. Okay, allow create fields, yep. And that should work, yep, very good. Bit of straw has gone onto the track. It would seem wasteful to cultivate it in, so I'll do what I can, and then we'll go and get the loading wagon and we'll tidy that up. Okay, that seems to have stopped. Must have lifted up off the ground. I think we'll keep the grass on the far side of the rock, but this piece of grass here we'll get rid of. This is going to be so neat, having all the fields connected. And there we go. Yeah, it still looks like 3 different fields. All different colours. But eventually, when it's all drilled, it's going to be a nice uniform colour. And it should look pretty big, actually. It's a big area when you look at it. So, my plan is to check the price of canola straw, which I think is that one, although I keep getting confused. I think it is. So, yeah, that is going to be sold straight away. In fact, I'm going to prioritise that today. We're going to prioritise the straw over the grain, or the seed, the canola seed, since that is a very good price, and I'm not too sure if the price of canola is good. 640 something isn't bad, but I'm sure it's been up to 7 something. I might be wrong. I think it's worth just leaving it until the next day, because we're going to be resting after this anyway. The money has been gradually creeping up because of our 3 placeables. I think it is good that we have the greenhouse, because at least then we can say that we're not just getting money for doing absolutely nothing. And to buy the manure, sort out the water and stuff, it's yeah, it's not work free at all. Okay, get a nice full load there, we'll take it. I mean, don't expect too much from this. The price is going to be much better than the oat straw, but it's not going to be £20,000 or anything. So yeah, we'll finish the rest next time. And next time, as I've already said many times, we've got the big drilling session, which I'm going to have to spread over 2 episodes because it's just too much to do. But yeah, with the placeables generating that money, we might buy the combine in 2 episodes time. We also do have the value of the existing combine, which I always forget about. I don't think it's worth much, but you know, if it's just a few £1,000s, it's something. Once again, the placeable money is about to come in, so we'll see what that is. Hopefully it doesn't clash with the selling of this. Get it done first. Yeah, should be fine. Healthy numbers again though, despite buying the windmill. 2,214. Yeah, so overall that straw is going to come in at a higher price than the grain, the seed that we got off it. And here comes the money for the placeables. Did that go up by £1,000? I'm pretty sure it did. Not bad. I don't know where that money's coming from, all of it, but something must be worth 500. I'm guessing. Anyway, it's all good. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.